The Hurricane Ridge shuttle makes it possible to go to Olympic National Park without a car when you're in Port Angeles, and you can also get to Port Angeles without a car from Seattle. Even on the shuttle ride to Hurricane Ridge, you'll get mountain views. And the shuttle will drop you off at the parking lot, and then directly from the parking lot, you can do the High Ridge Trail to Sunrise Point to do some hiking with amazing views in Olympic National Park. You actually don't even need to leave the parking lot in order to get views. The views will be right in front of you as soon as you step off the bus. So the Hurricane Ridge shuttle leaves from the main bus terminal of Port Angeles, which is called the Gateway Transit Center, and this is located in a convenient part of town right by the Port Angeles Visitor Center. This is also where you'll be dropped off if you take the bus to Port Angeles from Bainbridge Island. So you can actually look up the route from Port Angeles to Hurricane Ridge on Google Maps by selecting the public transport option, and it'll come up. So you can see the exact location of the shuttle pickup spot, and there's the Port Angeles Visitor Center. It's also close to the Red Lion Hotel as well as the ferry that runs between Port Angeles and Victoria. So you'll be able to board the bus a few minutes before the departure time. So on Google Maps, if you do tap, it will give you more bus timings, but I do think it's a good idea to verify. You'll find the official Hurricane Ridge shuttle schedule on the Clallam Transit website. So the first shuttle is at 8 a.m. and then it goes hourly with the last shuttle from Port Angeles at 4 p.m. And then in the opposite direction, the first bus from Hurricane Ridge is at 9 a.m. and the last bus leaves Hurricane Ridge at 5:30 p.m. When it's time to board the bus, you'll pay the bus fare, so you'll want to have $1 ready in cash and exact change. The bus driver will also ask to see an Olympic National Park entry pass. One way you can buy a National Park entry pass is online by going to the National Park Service website. You can also buy your entry pass at the National Park Visitor Center in Port Angeles, which you can get to by bus from the Gateway Transit Center, and then you can hike the trails from the Visitor Center while you're at it. So the Hurricane Ridge shuttle is around a 45-minute ride. And Hurricane Ridge is at over 5,000 feet, and since you're coming from sea level, you'll be going up, up, up. On the way up, it looked a little foggy, so that made me a little nervous about what would be able to be seen once at the top, but as we got closer to the top, it started to clear up, and then we started to see mountain views. So, just because you can't see anything earlier in the ride, there's still hope at the top. But as it goes with mountains, you just never know, so there is always a chance that you might go and not see anything. So I think it's best to mentally prepare for that. So once the shuttle reaches Hurricane Ridge, you can get off the shuttle and then head to the visitor center so you can go and get some trail information. And hopefully there's a paper map there for you to take. Otherwise, you can take a picture of the trail information. This is also a spot to look for crucial information to know, including about dangerous wildlife. Also check to see if there are any park ranger programs coming up. And there's a bathroom here too. And then you can get started hiking on the trails from the parking lot. I did also walk the Hurricane Hill Road to hike the Hurricane Hill Trail, but the views were pretty non-existent. Again, mentally prepare yourself that this is a possibility. Consider it a classic Olympic National Park experience of walking through the clouds. There is a picnic area along Hurricane Hill Road, so buy some food at the Safeway grocery store in Port Angeles so you can take a break to eat. There's also a picnic table right by the shuttle stop. And then once you're ready to leave, you can head to the shuttle stop to make your way back to Port Angeles. Again, you won't be able to board the bus until a few minutes before the departure time, but in the meantime, you can look for Olympic marmots in the parking lot area. And near Obstruction Point Road is where I saw some deer as I was waiting for the shuttle. This is also near the parking lot. So once it's time, back on the shuttle to go back to Port Angeles. I also have a blog post with more about how I did Olympic National Park without a car. The blog is called My Perfect Alaska Cruise. I did go to Port Angeles right after getting off the cruise ship in Seattle following a cruise to Alaska, where I also went to Glacier Bay National Park, another national park you'll want to see.